What if your dashboard could tell you more than any generic scanner without spending a dime? Today, we're unlocking 10 silent features hiding in plain sight that spell out early battery trouble, sensor glitches, and even which side to fuel on before you guess wrong. This is a problem solution list. You bring the anxiety, your car brings the answers. Watch closely because these sequences are time-based. Hold, tap, and power on. So you'll want to follow along and try them in your own driveway tonight. Number 1. The arrow that ends fuel side guessing. You roll up, every pump is taken, and that little panic hits, left or right. The tiny triangle next to the fuel pump icon breaks the tie. That arrow points to your fuel door, so you don't swing wide, drag the hose over the trunk, or nudge the paint against a bollard. Simple, fast, done. Here's where it trips people up. Not every cluster uses the triangle. Some older dashboards use the hose on the pump icon as a clue. Hose on the left, door on the left. Brands vary, but the intent is the same. Recognizing these standard icons cuts that micro-stress you feel in a crowded station and keeps you flowing out instead of circling back. Check it once in your car, lock it in your head, and you'll never guess again. If the arrow is a quick win, the next feature turns your entire cluster into a secret control panel. Number 2. Trip button hold. What if one button you ignore every day opens a menu your service advisor never mentions? The trip reset key isn't just for mileage, it's a doorway when you use it during startup. Most owners tap it and move on, hold it instead. With ignition off, press and hold the trip reset. Turn the key to on without starting, and keep holding. Many clusters drop into a test mode after a few seconds. You'll see segment checks where every LCD block lights, software version strings, and service counters ticking down. Toyota commonly uses that exact hold while key on move. BMW often adds navigation through items with repeated presses. VW and Ford have their own sequences documented in manuals and enthusiast guides. Don't change values blindly. View first, note what you see, and back out. One simple hold at startup takes you behind the curtain. No scan tool required. And once you're inside, you can pull real numbers that warn you before a no-start morning. Number 3. Cluster diagnostics. Your car can quietly warn you weeks ahead of a no-start. Hidden diagnostics modes show live battery voltage and sensor values in real time. No tools needed. Here's the catch. A battery can spin the engine today and still fail under load tomorrow. Use the hidden readout with the engine off. 12.6 to 12.8 volts means healthy. See 11.8 to 12.1 and a slow crank. And you're looking at a weak battery or age-related sulfation. Start the engine and watch for approximately 14.0 to 14.6 volts. That rise tells you the alternator is charging. Some clusters also show coolant temp, ambient temp, and wheel speed data, which helps spot a bad input before a warning appears. Automakers present data differently, so confirm numbers with a multimeter. Capture voltage before and after startup. If it sags or never reaches charge range, you've identified the next failure early. If your data is hard to read at night, there's a way to tune brightness beyond the obvious slider. Number 4. Brightness override. Your dimmer wheel hits min, yet the cluster still glows. Hold the control longer. Many cars hide an extra step behind a long press or a slow hold and scroll that nudges brightness beyond the default limits. Bright dashboards at night strain your eyes. Too dark, and you miss warnings. The fix is that hidden layer. Press and hold for a few seconds until the bar blips or a soft chime sounds. Some systems only reveal max dim with headlights on. Others tie brightness to an ambient sensor, so the override trims glare while keeping critical alerts readable. Automakers differ. A few require headlights on to access the deepest dim, and some save brightness per driver profile, so your setting sticks with your key. The rule: hold longer than you think. Find the blip. confirm the change, and your eyes relax without sacrificing alerts. Speaking of hidden layers. Number 5. Gauge sweep. Do your bulbs and needles actually work, or is a dead LED hiding a serious warning? The speedometer overrun test mode, often called a gauge sweep, answers that fast by swinging the needles end to end and lighting every icon at once. A failed warning light can mask real problems. You think you're clear because nothing's lit, but the bulb itself is gone. Trigger the sweep at startup on cars that do it automatically, or use the secret input on others. Hold the trip button, key to on, and the cluster cycles through. In that moment, a dark check engine, airbag, brake, oil pressure, ABS, or VSC light tells you the indicator failed, not the system. Older cars did a key-on bulb check. Modern clusters emulate it in test mode. Run the sweep monthly. If any icon stays dark, repair it before it hides a real fault. Now that lights are verified, let's surface data. Your car quietly tracks, but rarely shows. Number 6. Hidden TPMS readout. Your dash might already know each tire's pressure, even if the normal screens hide it. That low tire icon is late to the party, and temperature swings can trigger it for the wrong reason. So drivers guess and end up off by several PSI. Dig into the service or test menu, and you'll often find a per-wheel TPMS page with exact PSI and sometimes temperature. Set pressures cold to the door jamb label, not the sidewall, A 3 to 5 PS. I drop lengthens, stops, dulls steering, and choose tread faster, which quietly drains your fuel budget. Direct TPMS reads pressure and temperature inside each wheel. Indirect systems infer pressure from ABS wheel speed, so they won't show numbers until you access a diagnostic screen, or they may not show them at all. Surface the hidden PSI page, adjust cold, then screenshot the readings. Tires sorted? Some SUVs show real-time roll angle next. Number 7. Tilt and rollover angles. Your SUV might quietly show live pitch and roll, and it's more than a novelty. Those inclinometer pages tucked in off-road screens or cluster submenus give you degrees of tilt you can act on instead of guessing. Driveways that lean, ferry ramps, or a loaded roof box move your center of gravity fast. With a readout, you see when you're creeping toward the caution band. Many systems display before rollover risk builds, useful in town, on ramps, or while towing a trailer. These angles tie into stability control logic that watches roll sensors and lateral acceleration. Sharp steering plus side slope is what tips vehicles, and seeing both angle and trend helps you back off early. Number 8. Maintenance reminder, reset. After an oil change, you don't need a shop tool to clear that wrench or service due message. You can do it from the wheel. Letting a stuck reminder ride teaches you to ignore alerts. Worse, some shops charge to reset it, which adds cost for no real work. Do the sequence yourself, turn ignition to on, not start. Hold the trip reset. Navigate to oil life or maintenance. When it highlights, press and hold until it reads 100% or shows reset complete. Honda, Toyota, and others use variations of this flow. Always verify your model's steps in the owner's manual. Set mileage and time to the factory interval so you don't shorten or stretch service by mistake. Maintenance counters aren't fault codes, they're timers. Proper resets keep logs clean for resale, and some systems even factor driving conditions. Reset it in seconds, then keep honest records. With service intervals straight, you can also calibrate the guidance your cluster gives about direction and temperature. Number 9. Compass and temperature. Ever notice your outside temp lagging or your compass pointing a few degrees off? That small drift turns into wrong choices fast. Bad ambient readings throw off tire checks and HVAC settings. A wrong compass complicates navigation when you're already stressed. Fix both with the hidden routines most owners skip. For the compass, Select calibration, then drive slow circles in an empty lot and set the correct geographic zone. For temperature, park with the engine off, let the sensor cool, then start the recalibration so heat soak doesn't bias the reading. Calibrate once, trust forever. When your numbers are right, you make cheaper, safer decisions. And when night falls, there's a low glare mode that protects focus without muting alerts. Number 10. True Night Mode. You don't need a flashlight bright dashboard at 2 a.m., but you also can't miss a red alert. That's what dark mode solves. Many cars hide a reduced display option that blacks out maps, animations, and background graphics while keeping warning tiers active. Drivers who dim to the minimum still get glare. Others kill the screen and lose guidance. Use the hidden path. Hold the display button or long press the brightness control with headlights on, and a near black theme kicks in. You'll see a bare speed readout, essential telltales, and nothing else. Lower luminance reduces eye strain and helps you spot hazards faster. Critical alerts remain at regulated brightness and contrast. So red, amber, and seatbelt warnings still pop through. Activate dark mode on night drives. Your eyes rest, your attention sharpens, and the important signals still cut through. Your dashboard isn't just lights and icons. It's a diagnostic toolkit hiding in plain sight that saves money, time, and stress before faults turn into failures. Use it and you'll stop guessing, start confirming, because smarter driving starts here.